The Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Danny's here tonight in his Rizzuto shirt. No, what is it? Your Rarudo from Billy Madison. Rarudo. Kevin is here tonight. And I have to start out by saying that there are different rating systems like Zagat for restaurants, right? The Michelin for restaurants. Zagat is another one.
What'd you call me?
And
JD Power and Associates.
Yeah, there's different rating systems. So
the Better Business Bureau, which you have to pay to play.
I would like to implement a rating system, and we have to do it at the end of the show. I'm talking to my mother last night, and she says to me, sometimes I can't even listen to that podcast of yours. Well, I think it's because sometimes it gets a little dirty with like Laura and stuff in here. So will this beat like the Marge meter? What's the Marge meter on this episode? And we have to decide where we are at the end. Yeah, she said that to me.
You're gonna measure in M's.
Yeah, or
along the marges.
Yeah, the marges.
I'm gonna give it 3 cocktails for 2.
That's perfect. She used to get so mad when my father he would get cocktails for 2, and then I remember once she was fighting with him. She's like, "You get cocktails for 2, but they're just for 1." But she wasn't drinking. He would buy Manhattans, and that was all he could buy was cocktails for 2. Sold the Manhattan, so he would get the premixed Manhattan. It's some stuff. What is happening in the world right now? Like there is, I mean, holy moly! Like
mom and dad are fighting.
I guess a bombshell escalation of billionaire versus president. Like this stuff just escalated quickly. Did it not?
Yeah. Told you it was going to be a shit show.
You did say it was going to be a shit show. I was waiting to go. You know what? I think people got to President Trump and said, "Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's stay focused on things." Things seem to be going well. I'm not paying all that close attention, but everything seems fine. There's still air to breathe. I mean, it's all okay. And then I see Elon Musk accused Donald Trump of hiding damning Jeffrey Epstein-related files that could implicate the former president. Why do they call the former? Well, he is the president, the former president. Either way, Musk
Just get that from CNN. They still haven't acknowledged.
No, I think it's
maybe it was the former president associate.
Yeah, the Musk dropped the allegation. He just basically said he's in the reason they haven't been released is he's in it.
Yeah, Trump said it.
Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump, DJT. But it's like, wasn't he accused of being on like all kinds of drugs while he was at the White House? Like powerful drugs? Did they not just recently say that about Elon? Ketamine. Elon was.
Well, ketamine's not an illegal drug, though.
No, I said, but a heavy drug.
Okay.
It can be a heavy drug.
Yeah. Because there's ketamine.
And I don't know if it was recreationally used or I have no idea.
It's a supplement.
Well, what is ketamine normally used?
Ketamine tranquilizer.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, in small doses, though, it actually can help people with anxiety and depression. They have ketamine treatments here in Rochester where you sit there and talk with somebody. I haven't done this. I just know about this. And so they sit down and figure out how much ketamine you need, and it helps your brain. Like if you have OCD and problems, it can actually supposedly alleviate some of those issues.
Well, that would make sense.
Well, Matthew Perry, like I think overdosed on ketamine, but he was going to some like douchebags who were like, and the files came out, the text came out that they were like basically off-label, drug dealers.
Yeah, I mean, here's my question with the Epstein files, and I don't know, and I think sometimes I don't know that I think of things correctly, at least by popular stance. But I think a lot of America would like to know and believe that there should be public transparency into who was in this Epstein file or not.
Right, especially when
it won't matter. His base will still be like, it's bullshit.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Right.
Like I said, the guy, to his base, he can do no wrong. I told you before, he could kill his wife in the Oval Office on national TV, and they'd call her an immigrant and saying she shouldn't have been here.
Yeah, tribalism has been a thing that has always gone on.
You're right.
Like when Clinton was president. I don't care who he screws. I want my money. It's what matters is on the table.
But the thing I was thinking is, I don't really care who's in there as long as it's ended. There's not like
And it's not Mick.
yeah, right. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like when it came to the priest, I don't need to know that it was Father Ophelia that was diddling the kids. I just would like to know that it stopped, and maybe some people get retribution in some way.
Right.
So if that means it's got to come out of guys like if the president was involved, I don't know that he is. It's certainly a horrible allegation to make about somebody, or at least in one to allude to. But I go, if does this change my day? I'd like to not think I live in a world where people are abused and all that shit.
This is going to sound awful. I mean, yeah, we would all love for the Epstein files to be released. However,
it'd be some fun reading. And then we'd be over it in about a fucking 3 days.
That's the thing. It's a distraction for the bigger issue. And the bigger issue right now is this big, beautiful bill that's going to pass and how it's adding trillions and trillions of dollars, which is what started this whole thing between Elon and Trump in the first place. When you get the distractions like on Twitter, you have to look for, okay, what are they distracting us from? And there's other issues, more important issues, like the 9/11 report, the real one. That's what I'm more interested in with Kash Patel and Dan Bongino than the Epstein files right now. Because what's done is done, okay? At the end of the day, do we want revenge on all these people committing these acts? Do we want them to be punished? Yeah, but right now, what's happening in my life that's going to further my future?
To me, it's like, I get it.
Those are important things.
Bad stuff happening.
But there's more important things, things right now that we need to deal with than this crap over and over.
But it'll be there. They'll have it there. It's just a funny thing to see, like the leveraging of the conspiracy to mask, all these business fortunes and things. It's a strange.
We're gonna put a Trump Tower in Epstein Island. That's why I'm in the papers. And I decided the island was too small for a Trump Tower, so we pulled out.
Well, it's like we had the House of Cards. This is like gotten from House of Cards to Looney Tunes. The way this has gone on, it's I don't know. It's the most powerful people in the world arguing.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. What's the linchpin? Well, maybe it is President Trump.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I would hope that it wasn't, and just for the overall bad stuff. Shannon Joy, who I had a little meeting with yesterday.
Oh,
another guy.
I'm sure she's got her theories on everything.
We never talked about that.
I know. I'm just saying she's a big DeSantis supporter. She hates DJT.
Yes, she does.
She's not a big fan of Elon either. In fact, she pretty much hates everyone.
She didn't hate me. We were had a lovely.
I'm just saying. Like,
I'm saying she was fine with me.
Yeah,
lovely conversation.
I'm not saying anything bad about her.
Don't ruin the friendship.
No, these are facts. You go through her Twitter, just check it out. She and Dan Bongino actually got into a 10-on-10 at one point.
Yeah, they did.
Before he was the second in command at the FBI. But did you not when Bongino and Kash Patel were talking?
Yeah,
twice now. Did they not look incredibly uncomfortable? Like, oh, he killed himself.
Yeah.
After they talked all this trash leading up, which, by the way, all politicians and all people who are primed for positions in a cabinet of a politician who's going into office, they all talk this smack. Then when they get into office, everybody comes back down to the norm.
Because it's ugly.
Yes,
it's ugly, and you have less power.
This card on the House of Cards, the whole thing comes crashing down.
That is exactly it.
Who's the linchpin? Well,
I don't know.
We're going to find, we may never find out.
We're never going to find out. You're never, and the bottom line is if everybody could just behave. Look, all this stuff goes on. There's a story that we'll get to later on about some crypto guys that lured another rich crypto person into the United States to New York City and then tortured them. And I mean, wait till you hear this shit. Oh, yeah. It's freaking wild. And you go, this is the world we live in. And it's not somewhere else on the planet. It's right here. It's happening right here.
Great.
Yeah, that's all the
Meanwhile,
weird
the most important guy in America right now is Jerome Powell.
No.
The head of the Fed.
No. It's Aaron ROdgers, dude.
Oh, is it?
He finally
is
he
it?
finally made a commitment.
Yeah. So how about I filed my story for the Times this weekend.
Yes.
With a piece about or blurb about Aaron Rodgers,
You did?
and then he signs with Pittsburgh officially.
Pittsburgh. We'll get into that in a little bit.
I kept it really vague because I knew this could happen.
We will take a moment. Our friends from MJ Dispensary have come into the studio. So
Great
we'll
Americans.
break a little bit. Yeah. Michelle is here. I don't think I know Michelle told me who was coming with her. Kayla, you haven't been here before, right? No. Okay. All right. Because the person who was here the last time was
fucked us up.
No, she was great.
She fucked us up.
You guys.
We have to
You
talk. We got to talk about something, Michelle. We'll get to all that.
I was not part of that.
Right after this. Look at Danny. I didn't do it. You're like a little kid getting in trouble.
I'm just telling you.
That just wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me, Chief Myers. It wasn't me, Sheriff Baxter.
It wasn't me.
We'll get to that after this.
Question. So, like, you know how, like, with like alcohol, beer commercials, they say always drink responsibly at the end.
Mhm.
Like, when people come in for like that type of help, what do you tell them as far as like what to expect and what they can do or what they can't do while using this stuff?
I mean, I let them know that you can't fly with it, you can't drive with it, do it outside of your home, outside, but I mean, we just recommend kind of the same. It's literally the same rules as drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Don't drive, don't smoke, don't like just be in a park around children, like just be in your home and like outside in the backyard. Okay. But like it's literally the same rules.
Like if you're gonna take it, like you're in for the night. You can't just
you can't drive after, you can't drive during.
Will we see the increase because we're social animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we say that about drinking and things, but there are bars. Will there be smoke shops where people can hang out and almost like in Amsterdam or something? I've never
lounges.
been. Yeah.
So they're not legal yet.
Okay.
New York
You
State
can't
has
mix
not
alcohol bars and marijuana right now.
They're hoping at some point the OCM will make it where we can have a consumption lounge with the store or off the store, something.
Yeah.
That is not yet legal, but that is the hopes.
Yeah.
So
what's wrong with drinking around little kids at the beach? I like to.
I mean, you can drink around little kids. If
I like
you
to
want,
throw my
but
empties
you
at
do
them.
you.
I remember. Throw
the empties at
They
them.
can't smell your beer.
Right. Or like I remember a neighbor getting my little brother drunk. He was a toddler and he kept letting him sip his,
I think the biggest thing is that kids can't smell your beer and get drunk off of it,
No,
but they can smell your secondhand flour.
And go to sleep for a little while and give me everybody went quiet here.
It might make it easier for them, but
makes my high so much better because everybody wins then.
It's a lot better than dosing them with Benadryl.
I do.
True.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it might be the same. It might be
healthier.
Yes. Honestly,
Come on, marijuana grows in the ground.
Yeah.
Come on, it's like a plant or a vegetable.
Could you ever see like having a little subsidiary, like I'll use you as an example, but an MJ dispensary offshoot in a bar where people
I don't think they'll mix alcohol
Like a
and
vending machine?
marijuana. ever.
Well, what about like marijuana drinks? Can they keep marijuana drinks at bars? You know, the water.
It's kind of the same thing. They still won't mix it.
Yeah.
They won't have THC and alcohol combined because you go to the bar and I used to work at a bar.
Okay.
And you would get like, I want a Truly and then a shot of vodka. Okay. What happens if people get like a THC drink and put vodka in it? It's like now crossing territory that we're unsure of.
Yeah. I'll ask you directly. If we
as a podcast, we'll test that for the state though.
Yes.
I mean, go for it. I don't work in a bar anymore, so I don't care.
if you could change one public misconception about cannabis, not just medically, but emotionally or spiritually, what would it be?
That I think it's way safer. So me personally, I have a ton of different array of illnesses. I have a ton of different anxiety and mental problems. I use it because there are certain strains.
Is that on your dating profile?
I don't know. I'm on my second marriage, so
sorry, never mind.
Not yet.
It worked. No, I'm just listening. I'm hearing her go. I have a ton of this.
No, but like I just anxiety alone.
Yeah.
I have like certain strains that I use.
And they work.
That work.
Yeah.
And again, I won't take anything. And like just people don't understand that it's like it can be a healthier option. It might not work for you. Just like any other antibiotic,
100%.
Any other pill that you might buy at
100%.
the CVS, but it's definitely something that I think is worth a try because I can dose myself in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And I don't have like organal issues and damage by using that.
You know, some of these medicines, and especially I think even aspirin and Tylenol, can eat a hole in your stomach lining.
So that's what I'm saying. I refuse to use them because of that. And that's why this is my dosage that I can do when I want, how I want, whenever I want.
Okay.
And it's not damaging me necessarily.
No, not. I can see that. Like I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's what the misconception is that people just think we use it just like recreationally and like, I just want to go to see a concert and like do bout. And that's not true. It's like we actually use it all day, every day for like a million different reasons.
Yeah. See, I think in my head, and I grew up down by Woodstock, but there is still that voice in the back of my head where the Mr. Brannigan came in fourth grade and burned weed and goes, if you smell this in the bathrooms, you come find me. He was probably taking big inhales. Now I think back, but I mean, they
would have bought it at MJ's.
But they made it so like it was this scary boogeyman was coming to get you, and so you never wanted to touch it. And I always wonder, and alcohol. Alcohol. I was cocked off my ass at 14.
I don't know what made us smell vodka.
No, not at all. And I wish they did, because that could be awful.
And then I would have never touched it.
Yeah, you know what?
I would have never touched it.
Probably. But it's just one of these things where, like, one was so readily accepted, almost glorified, and then the other was criminalized.
And it's crazy because how many fights,
tons,
murders, anything do you see with high people? Everybody's just getting along, dancing,
on weed,
laughing.
on weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like OJ may have been on coke when he killed the Cole.
That's right.
Let's clarify our high.
You get a group of people drinking that don't all get along. You're gonna end up seeing fists flying.
Yeah, right.
That's why I don't understand why marijuana is a stigma and not alcohol.
It is. You're right, because somewhere someone was making money. And the others, they couldn't control it as much or figure out how to do that. And they figured out how to do it with alcohol. And it's really got to be the only thing, right?
Yeah.
And most things in life are that way.
Who's the dude that introduced the anti-marijuana legislation in the early 1900s?
Oh,
do you remember the guy's name?
I don't, but I know
what congressman.
Yes, because they did have it. We do have. If we only had a device that could just tell us all these answers, just at once. Look it up.
Sorry, I'll look it up now.
Yeah,
I apologize.
It's your question. You look it up.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I'm sorry I disrupted the flow.
No, it's all right. I wanted to ask because MJ, are we allowed to say? Can you say?
We
okay.
can say.
Okay. Yes. Do we need like a little drum roll or something?
Yes.
I like this. Boom.
Coming this year before 2025 is over, we are opening up in the village of Spencerport.
Oh,
wow. Banner is up at the location.
Okay. It's exciting.
Much easier for me to get to.
It took some trials and to get through.
And we did a lot to get there.
it.
Michelle and Ryan alone did a lot for us to get there. They had to meet with the mayor because they were not accepting at first.
The zoning laws were so strict.
Yeah.
No one could get into the village. So the town of Spencerport opted out, but the village opted in. But because of the zoning, no one could get in there. So it started in November last year. Ryan started working with the board and the mayor and everything. And January, they had an open floor meeting or whatever. And Ryan, myself, and the owner of the security company went to the meeting, and we just talked about the positives of the marijuana industry, about how much tax money we've brought to Henrietta and how we're trying to get rid
it's
of
like
the
that's how I find my
stigma.
house. I just look for the green cloud.
Right? There you go.
But you know what?
So you live in Henrietta?
I do.
So we're bringing down your taxes.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Raising money for the schools too.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they're going to call them the Royal Blue Streak now instead of the Royal Comets.
So we just went there and spoke to the board and the people that were there, the people who live in the village, just stating the facts and how positive it has made Henrietta. And they said yes. So they changed the zoning. We are, I believe, don't quote me on this, I thought they told us we are going to be the only ones that will be allowed in the village.
Nice. Okay.
Because of the zoning laws.
It's funny she mentions Henrietta, because Henrietta is like probably the most diverse community, so many different racial and ethnic groups, but everybody gets along. It might be the marijuana.
It might be.
Maybe.
We can all raise everybody and we
try
But like
take care of everybody.
that was awesome. Oh, Michelle, you are so goddamn funny.
Thank you.
It's a steady roll. Like when I go there, it's steady. It's nice.
We
Always.
don't really have
A breather.
Break.
No.
No.
especially from Thursday through Sunday.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Very busy, but for some reason, the beginning of the week has been picked up lately, and it's
Yeah. Oh,
It's
It's busy
crazy.
constantly.
Well, a couple months ago, I actually had to go to the gluten-free bakery, and I'm like, I couldn't find parking, right? And so there's these huge tents like, hey, what's everybody doing? Everyone's like, weed. Like,
420.
Yeah.
420.
Yeah.
You were there on April 19th, the day before Easter, weren't you?
Yeah. I was just there to get like cookies.
Should have came in the tent. My baker was there selling non-infused cookies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's actually in the Village of Spencerport too.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Did you?
I gave you a sample from the goodie bag they brought. Some stuff we hadn't seen this last time.
Well, okay. So tell us about some of these things. The Wild Side Max Pineapple Orange Guava.
Not your dad's 5 Hour Energy.
This is energy?
No.
Oh shit.
So those will. So anybody that can't handle an edible, or not handle an edible, it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
Those drinks, it's a capful, a serving, but it is like a 5 Hour Energy with a knockout effect. So if you do drink it, it will put you to sleep.
5 hour lethargy.
5 minute energy.
And like honestly, if people are like edibles do nothing to me, the Wild Sides will do everything to you.
Okay, how many people come into MJ with a sleep? I don't want to say sleep disorder, but sleep problem, like
70%.
It's amazing.
I get rid of my
70% a day.
Yeah. What's that?
I get rid of my CPAP.
Yeah.
Well, they need to still breathe, but the gummies will help them fall asleep.
Yeah, because it's a lot of times just people falling asleep and staying asleep is like a big thing.
We do have options for both too. We do have a couple gummies that are just like it'll knock you out the whole night, a couple that will make you fall asleep, and a couple that will just help you deep sleep. Yeah. So we have all the options, and honestly, being on the front line, it's like 70 to 80% of my customers.
Really?
Yeah. And a lot of older group.
Interesting, because I was wondering if that was the thing. I think that was one of the first. I hear people say all the time, I take it because it helps me sleep. I've tried what are the gummies that everybody was doing, like you can buy in the grocery store? Melatonin.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I got you.
And yeah, thanks. But the melatonin, people say it doesn't work for me. I mean,
never worked for me either. And we do have a couple gummies that do have melatonin in them, but we do always preference people on that because me personally, I don't like melatonin. I don't like to take it. So
why?
It's just like personal preference. It's just like with Tylenol and ibuprofen, and I just don't like to take anything that's like an over-the-counter like drug other than like my insulin. So I always preference. We have like 2 or 3 different gummies that do have melatonin in them, and I always preference people on them. But majority of my people also don't want the melatonin, and I'm like, just so you know, it's in there. Like, okay, then I don't want that then. But majority they do it for sleep.
Yes.
But we have like so many that they try so many different ones.
Once upon a time.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh God, yes.
When Bill and I worked in radio, Bill always scouring the internet and everything for content. He's reading this magazine, may have been Free Time when we still had free time. And you see, Bill sees this ad for this thing out of California called Lazy Cakes, which were brownies infused with melatonin. And we were on Christmas break. So when we come back, so Danny's been going to a psychiatrist and you know, he's we want to test out to see, like, he's been acting really normal lately, which is nice. We're going to put it to the test. We're going to put him in a crane and raise his heart rate, and then we're going to give him a lazy cake and do it again and see how it works.
So who would take a lazy cake?
Billy made me do it. But they were loaded with melatonin.
Well, Danny was open to these things, but yes.
You know you would try one.
Yeah, but my heart rate dropped in half.
So would I.
Yeah, it did. It did. His heart rate did drop.
Yeah, it was at 200 beats a minute. Bill's ex-wife calls up. He goes, "You're going to kill this poor kid. He's going to die." We had a nurse up there. We had
radio then.
I've done it before, but
Tell me about the honey THC, Michelle. The this you just kind of add to your.
You can add it to your tea. You can just take a spoon that's with it, the measuring spoon. You can just take that if you like honey.
Yeah, honey pot,
bread,
THC.
Toast, however you use regular non-infused honey, use the infused honey that way.
I could put this in my flu bomb.
There you
like
go.
Garlic and cayenne pepper.
You know what I've been
honey.
doing lately? I've been putting. I have a bowl of berries and I put honey on berries. It actually. With Greek yogurt, it's tremendous. You should try it. So maybe that's something you could try.
I may have had someone in
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
Nerd. I may have had someone in my life get a little toasted yesterday, and asked to stop at the grocery store to get some fruit, and Michelle, I bought 2 pounds of strawberries.
Ooh.
I opened the garbage later, and every strawberry has the center bitten out of them, but everything else is there. So you understand what I'm saying? And the little,
Just
the
a
little
tip.
Just like the one bite.
Just
You'd
went,
have been
oh.
better off just slicing it.
I understand. I
Put it
never
in the
got
bowl.
a chance. I never got a chance to get them. And the person just sat down on the couch and just ate the strawberries. After,
I feel that.
Yeah,
I've
just
been
a
there,
little bit.
done that
Yeah.
with things.
Healthy.
That was my day.
Healthy decisions.
Tell me about this Camino.
Ooh,
Or
the
am I saying it right?
My dad drove one of those in the 70s.
That's an L.
Oh,
Camino.
I'm sorry.
This is Camino.
And that was the guy down the street that smoked whiskey.
Spanish Johnny.
Low rider.
Those are good. They're a wild cherry. They are just like a social. Like, I know it sounds weird saying excite, which I mean, maybe
So
you'll get excited, but also it's just like super social. It's like low THC, so it doesn't give you anxiety, but it's also just makes you happy and laughy.
are
and
these
talkative. They're gummies.
For you guys, I would probably take half
Yeah.
since your little bout with the chocolate last time.
do you
But
say
they break up really easily.
I
in
feel
half.
it's just call us a bitch.
well is it
Yeah, but yeah.
You guys,
what is
you
this?
guys.
Sativa?
Sativa.
Oh yeah, it would be
Sativa.
more. It would be like a sativa hybrid. Like
Not,
it's
not
gonna.
so much
It's not gonna give you anxiety. It's not gonna chill you out, but it's gonna like just make you even keel.
what's
but
the other
like
one?
very
In
social.
the couch?
Indica.
Indica.
Indica and the couch.
Indica.
Sativa's
Oh.
gonna uplift you.
Oh, that's a good way to remember it.
Yes,
Okay.
in the couch. It's like kind of really just if you're just
Yeah.
looking
No.
at
Yeah. That one's not gonna like.
Which the TV is like the one where if you have to like clean your house.
I call it.
Yeah. If you
super
want to go
sativa.
straight, yeah, it's a super sativa. There's
Like
gummies for
Superwoman
that.
on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that one didn't make me want to clean my house necessarily, but I was just like, I want to go do something. This is so fun.
I was giggly on
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's just
Yeah.
like very like happy, but like
I
anxiety
might feed those to
low.
the neighborhood moms.
Yeah, but they break up super
Seriously.
easy. How they already kind of cut themselves in half, and they're like just super legit. I love.
How
those.
long does the effect last?
Like I would say like 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. Does it carry over the next day or nothing?
No, not at all.
No.
The wild
wondering.
the wild side might carry over,
Yes.
but the gummies
Wild
will
side.
not. That's gonna carry over. A
See
little
you
bit.
Monday.
Yeah, that's like a Saturday one, but
All right.
the gummies are good.
There's a block party coming up at the Genesee Regional Market that is June 17th.
Heck yeah!
From 5 to 8 p.m. There'll be raffles, food, all kinds of things. And there's a lot of really cool places down. Palmer's is in there, I believe. And then you've got the Blue Toad Cidery
Mhm.
and of course, you guys.
Yep.
So everybody will be out there kind of sampling. I would suggest this. I mean, Danny already pointed it out. There's great food in the regional market. Go get a
Oh,
gummy.
yeah.
Have a gummy, work up that appetite.
They got
and
a
then
lot.
go
They have a
enjoy.
Palmer's there.
Is
I mean, they
Freihoffer
got-
still in there? Because that's
Yeah.
good to get the weed and they go get donuts.
No,
The Freihofers pulled it. Yeah, yeah.
they're not open to the public anymore.
Oh.
But you know what it is? What's that cake store?
Cheesy Eddies.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Cheesy
Or-
Eddie's. You got a gluten-free bakery. You got
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
everything.
thought the gluten-free bakery closed. That was
No,
next to-
Donna Marie's is still open. There's
okay.
Union Place Coffee Shop there.
Yo, they
Yeah.
got the coffee shop. Nathan's soups and salads are
Yep.
there.
You
And then,
pound the wild side and you go looking for the fruit at Lori's Natural.
Lori's Natural
There you
Foods.
go.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Lori, yeah, I go there for my vitamins.
That was so.
Yeah, there's a
wild.
couple like Asian markets over there too that are really nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
You really, you got it.
Is it weed you're looking for?
You got it. You got to do this. This is it. Look at Michelle is almost falling out of her chair. I love this. All right, we will take a moment. You're welcome to stay. Don't feel like you have to.
Are you like doubling up here? Like
I don't know what
like
she's
uppers
doing
and downers
anymore.
here.
MJ.
She has more in her car. I don't know what it is, but
MJ Dispensary, right there at the Genesee Regional Market. You go in, and it's great. The place is so well organized. The staff is so helpful.
you're welcome.
Everything, yeah, for real. No, but for real. Everything from things like, hey, is there something that's going to give me a little more energy? To, is there something that's going to help me
I
sleep?
got you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on a busy day, you might even be able to catch a contact bus.
No.
Outside.
If you go out the back door.
Is this like the weed equivalent of a Jaeger bomb?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Red
pretty
Bull and the
much.
thing.
A wild berry Jaeger bomb.
All right.
I don't know if I should run a marathon or watch a marathon.
We'll take a moment and be back. Don't forget the block party, June 17th. think so.
Hello.
Could you do a song like this today?
Well, I'll explain what it
It has a different meaning.
Yeah.
I understand that. Still,
No, probably not.
No, but you could do a song about WAP, but you couldn't do a song about this.
Hang on.
it
I'll
depends on
explain.
who does the song.
Our security guard just introduced me to a new song today. I know you two may have heard of it. Lot Lizards, Truckers, and Meth.
Oh, is that what that was?
Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious.
I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
So this is turning Japanese, right?
The vapor
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So this is an old song, but it's about jerking off.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's about
I love
it's
it.
about masturbating, and so your question, Dan, is could you do that song today? No, I think
like two ways. I mean, I think you could do the masturbatorial part.
of course.
I don't think the
you
reference to
can't
the
say
Japanese.
I turned Japanese. I was masturbating, and all of a sudden I didn't look like you.
Yeah.
That's
the part that
would
you
be
can't.
the part that you can't
that's
do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, we can't. But when it comes to
But I can talk about my
well,
WAP.
hang on, wet ass pussy. Wet ass pussy is seen as a female empowerment song because it is, and I understand, but that
So when I work out, it's empowered too, you son of a bitch.
no, but what they're saying, yeah, but you can't see your
Sometimes you road game it.
But the wet ass pussy or WAP as it is one that they say is she's in control. She gets to use it the way she wants to. You want I own this, it's mine, and it is a female
But
empowerment
somebody has
song.
to
I get it. I mean,
assist in making it that way.
Right?
No, you can assist yourself.
I mean, you could.
we have a gummy. They have a gummy for that.
Oh,
yeah, it's called Excite Camino.
Oh, actually, that's what they have over there.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's why I said it.
I have.
that'll make your pussy wet, Bill. Take one.
It will.
Thank you. That's very nice. That's exactly what I want to hear. You know, it. Going on to something else, but there are people that I think need this kind of stuff just to calm themselves a little bit.
I think Elon and the president could use some.
Elon and the president today could have a.
I don't want to give them anything else. So
they're fighting now. They're fighting and they're calling each other names on.
exactly.
It's
They're
such a
worse than my cats every morning.
It is such a slap fight on X today.
Yeah, it's a pow
just
pow.
seriously. I mean, I expect that from Trump, but even Elon, really? You're the richest dude in the world.
I know.
I got
There's
slap.
there is a story that is out today about some crypto bros. These would be people that invest in crypto, and the big. I still don't think I understand it. I don't. Do you have a gummy to help me understand it?
I wish because I'd take it. To me,
Right.
Bitcoin
Well, ask
sounds like
GPT.
monopoly money.
Yes, it does. It doesn't sound real.
MJ's has their own coin.
Mhm.
Their
Yep.
own weed
Oh,
coin
I
that you
wish
can
we
use for
had
currency.
our
Don't,
MJ
yeah, it was
money.
too
Don't
bad.
tell anybody about that yet.
So there's
turn in your sobriety coin to go there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so in this there's this happened in New York City. It's two self-styled crypto entrepreneurs allegedly kidnapped and tortured a $30 million Italian Bitcoin millionaire. So the person is worth $30 million in a posh Soho townhouse in New York City. So you're talking about a high-end neighborhood in the townhouse. Because I always say you never know what's going on around you
Right.
until it's too late. Like something happens. They reportedly took this guy under false pretenses, held him hostage for nearly 3 weeks. He was beaten, shocked with wires, hung from a staircase, and forced into sex acts during wild parties involving women allegedly recruited by a Soho boutique madam. One leaked video shows him shirtless being led on a leash.
You sure that wasn't a Diddy party?
It sounds like it. It sounds like, and the crypto.
That's a great point.
Sounds like a Saturday in my neighborhood.
Is that not a normal
He
weekend?
then escaped barefoot and bloodied when police raided this. You go the dark side of this stuff. But what are people doing? Those drugs are not what you're going to find at MJ.
Because you're getting street drugs that we don't know what's mixed into
It's
them.
freaking
that's
crazy.
That crack cocaine.
But speaking of the
Crystal
Diddy
meth,
trial
right?
today, they told Diddy that he was, I guess, making eye contact with the jurors, and the judge stopped.
He was breathing through his mouth.
What was some kind of
You see, Diddy, he can't close his mouth.
It's every breath he takes.
There's some
no.
there's some kind of I don't know if he was like giving an intimidating look to jurors or whatever, but
I cut you.
yeah. Well, this is
Well, I mean,
Shit.
Baby oil. All over you.
It's a freaking. This is why you need MJs. The world is fucking whacked right now. It's absolutely whacked. Like, did anybody hear the story? There's a story locally, and I someone told me about it, and I didn't get it. But a lot of times around this time of year in elementary schools, they'll go to a farm and get eggs, and they'll put them in an incubator, and the kids get to watch chicks hatch. Usually kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and sometimes some ducklings. Well, apparently in one school district, I think it was West Irondequoit, which I believe is near water already. I think every year ducks, it's become a tradition, come up and like they hang around the school, and she lays eggs, and then the babies hatch, and the kids get to see the babies and stuff.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, what? No.
Are you getting dark on us?
This is all out.
I was going to say some family didn't just move into the
Someone
neighborhood from outside the
stomped
country
on
and decided to dine on the ducklings.
No. So
that happened in Syracuse.
No, yeah, it did happen in Syracuse.
I don't want to know that story.
But apparently, like this wasn't in the classroom. This wasn't under an incubator. This was, I think, out in the wild. But the ducks were near the school, and every spring you would see new ducks, and they had a nest or something. Well, apparently one of the teachers would buy food and feed the ducks and the ducklings. Well, the administration said, you can't do that anymore.
That's not duck food. That's fresh pet.
And probably because the ducks probably were shitting everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Like
You know what I'm saying?
the neighborhood.
Or what else came along?
Or what else came along? Who knows if you
Right.
got coyotes hanging around, whatever.
Oh, yeah. That could happen, too.
So they said no more. And now I guess the little ducklings starved to death.
Oh, no.
And the parents.
The story did get dark.
I told you it
it get dark.
So we were better off for a
So
family coming in
sad.
and making dinner.
Yes,
out.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have probably been more peaceful.
But when you
But it
watch,
wouldn't have made the news. But now it had made the news.
somebody needs to make a
Damn
gummy
it.
that can like let you handle the news. There's got to be.
No, I just don't watch the news and eat gummies.
New York State doesn't allow for
Turn the
that
TV
level of
off.
milligram.
Yeah.
Light a
Yeah.
joint and pop a gummy, or light a joint and have a drink.
Yeah.
Just
And-
turn that news off.
It is. I'll tell you what. It's probably one of the greatest things to do for your mental health.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. Since COVID hit,
Yeah.
I have not watched the news since, unless it was MJ on the news.
Right. But I mean, but you keep up on things, but you get to pick and choose more or less when you look at things, right? You can see the headline
Mhm.
and I go, oh, this sounds interesting. Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm informed. I don't need to.
I think both me and Michelle will call nursing corporate, kind of.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I come from corporate insurance, commercial insurance, and we both came into cannabis, and we are probably the happiest we've ever been.
Oh,
Yeah.
1,000%.
And we don't watch the news, and we don't talk about politics at work, and we never we like give each other hugs at work. Like it's like the most satisfying. People come in like, oh my God, can I work here? Can I work here? Can I work here? Because
No.
we're just like the
you
like
just don't
happiest
know.
we've ever been.
Well, we'll let you intern with us.
I've been sick before. People are like, you're either
Here's how it
really
works.
stoned or tired. I'm like, no, I'm just sick, but thank you.
What is the hiring process? Is it difficult to find people that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a hard process.
To take a weed test.
Yes,
gotta
you
make
do.
sure you got
You
cannabis
actually
in
do.
your system. No, so you don't necessarily have to be super knowledgeable on cannabis. We just want them to have a basic knowledge.
Right.
At least we were looking for people who had at least 3 years retail experience,
Okay.
because cannabis is retail.
Yeah.
So that's basically all we were looking for. We did put when
Retail.
we were hiring.
It took her a minute.
I'm in my brain trying to think
No,
of
you're
what I'm talking
good.
about.
Timmy doesn't need weed. He's already stoned.
Yeah, no, like
This is
realistic.
natural.
He should be still.
I mean, truthfully, we do weekly trainings. Like we have vendors come in and we have to get trainings and we like get tests, like not in an aggressive way, but like we all like write down notes and
Yeah.
we want to know more
Well,
about
you got
it.
to know the
So,
product, and you have to be able to talk about it in a knowledgeable way.
Yeah.
All right.
And how does it work when somebody is sick and they call in sick? Are they made fun of? Really?
No,
You're calling in sick?
we cover each other more than you
Oh,
would
yeah.
know. I was sick a week ago, and my colleague stepped up and stayed 2 hours longer than they needed to.
Mhm.
Do they test you with like scenarios at work? Like, okay, say a customer walks in and he hates his family and has to go to a picnic this weekend.
Pretty much.
I know what to get him.
Hi.
Kind of, but like not in an aggressive way. It's just like, what would you recommend? And like, it's like, and half of us know the answer. They're like, oh, like they're really angry or they have anxiety. I'm like, okay, Blue Dream. Oh, they have pain. Okay, grape gas. They want to go to bed.
OCD.
OCD, Boost pills, tabs by 1906.
Wow. Like that right off the top. That's amazing.
If you're OJ Simpson,
And then him.
so
So
we can
what?
turn back time.
Some Tyson flour.
Okay.
OJ smoking the Tyson.
Yeah, exactly.
I just saw Hulk Hogan's gotten into the gummy name. He's putting his name on gummies now too.
Oh, so many people. Ric Flair, Cheech and Chong.
Oh, yeah,
well,
Ric Flair's
naturally
been-
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle, he was UCF or not UCF, UFC and WWE. Yeah,
Well,
a lot
you know
of
all about that.
a lot of people.
Well,
A lot of
probably
rappers.
also guys who dealt with a lot of pain. You know, I'm surprised there aren't
Well, Hulk
like
Hogan's just
retired.
putting his name and everything to make
No,
some
I
money
understand
right
that,
now.
but
He's trying to buy Hooters.
I'm thinking like
Is he really?
I
Yeah.
saw that.
the I'm yeah, I'm an idiot. But I would think like guys who dealt with a lot of pain.
So there was an interview with Tyson, and he talked about how he was so hooked on the narcotics because of all his pain. And I can't remember the full interview, but it was something about how he met someone that introduced him to marijuana
Yeah.
and how marijuana opened everything for him and he got off the narcotics. Similar situation with Ric Flair.
Yeah, I was thinking of I don't know if you'll know this name or not. Danny certainly will, and I think Kevin will. Ricky Waters was a running back for the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
And
He-
he was a I thought
Ricky
he was
Williams.
Ricky Williams. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not Ricky Williams.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ricky
Ricky
Waters.
Waters was for 49ers.
Notre Dame. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Niners, right.
But
I knew it was a Ricky.
Ricky Williams was he a Heisman winner?
Yes.
And out
he
of
was
Texas,
He
right?
was drafted by the Saints
Yes.
by Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
Didn't work out too well. He goes to Miami, and he was great. But then he decides, I'm gonna quit in the middle of the summer. And then we find out he failed his last weed test. He would have been suspended for a year anyway.
So
Isn't it
he,
insane? Like Carmela Anthony has like a line out and
Yeah.
everything right now. He's
Right.
got vapes, he's got flour, and it's like phenomenal. And
Yeah,
it's
for
like
basketball players, weed is like the new record label.
Yeah,
Well-
like for real.
They used to
No, and
release
it's
record
great
like, oh, like
too.
everybody's in the record game. I'm gonna get in the weed game.
This is a athlete too. I can't remember which one the layups.
That I don't remember, truthfully.
I know
Interesting.
this is an athlete that went from basketball, I believe,
Yes.
to a golfer.
basketball to a golfer. I don't know.
I-
But
I can
I
Google it.
think so. I know the athlete. It was a basketball player, but I can't remember 100%.
Okay. Maybe it's Vince Carter.
don't know.
That's how he got his Bills money to buy
But-
a quarter of the team.
look at Aaron Rodgers does all these ayahuasca
Yeah.
things. You know he's probably doing marijuana stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Let me ask you. I had this friend recently whose cholesterol test came back not so good. What is there a recommendation for cholesterol, lowering cholesterol, or no?
Yeah, low cholesterol diet and exercise.
So he did. So he did all that. It could be genetic.
If it's genetic, it's not. That stuff's not going to happen. Discuss with your doctor, possibly a medication.
See, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's the right answer. She's
All
not
right.
trying to sell that person, into doing something.
No.
That's not going to work.
No, never.
She's honest. That's great.
Yeah,
Well,
those-
there's integrity with this.
No,
stuff.
no,
That-
yeah, we
that's the
definitely
thing.
tell people that too. We're like, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. And like, we're very kind about it, but
Mhm.
people are like, oh, why did I never know this strain was this? Or why is this not working for my this? And you're just like, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I've
like-
had customers come in and say, okay, I'm on this med, this med, this med. Can I smoke marijuana? I'm not going to sit there. Oh, yeah, here you go. Here you go. I'm like,
Someone asked me
I'm
what,
like, contact your medical provider.
yeah, someone asked me what would replace their Prozac. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I've never had it. I don't know.
I don't know. How is it?
Yeah. Can I try one? Want to trade?
It's this new weed
You wanna
called.
trade?
It's this new weed called Prozac.
What is
Yeah.
Danny? Is there
Just sit back and relax.
Prozac does what? Prozac is usually
It's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
yeah. Which yes, but what does that do exactly? Put it in layman terms.
It
Makes you normal.
your body, your stomach, your gut is not producing enough serotonin because it's lacking the raw materials to make it. So what serotonin does is it can't go from your stomach to your brain, because by the time it gets to your brain, it's gone. So what that does is it creates the serotonin in your brain so that you're more even keeled. The problem is that, again, it's medication and it lasts forever, and you get stuck on it. You get addicted, or not addicted to it, but you need it now, and you need higher doses because the previous dose didn't work. And I know this because I used to be on certain antidepressants.
So will
You develop a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so if someone said
it kills
to
your
you,
liver.
instead of Prozac, antidepressant, you'd have an answer.
Yeah, I would say it depends on what form you want.
Yeah.
I say personally, and again, every time I recommend anything to anybody, I say I can't guarantee this. What I personally use for my like anxiety and depression, I'll smoke a Blue Dream pre-roll. I'll smoke a Blue Dream flower. If I have anxiety and I want a gummy, I'll take my low dose Serenity Now gummy because
Serenity Now.
Yes, because it's a low dose. Which
What was stanza?
Sometimes
Yes, that's right. I could
yeah, because
Serenity Now.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Serenity Now.
Yeah, that's how you feel. It just like even kills me out. And like I know I just tell them what it works for me, and it's not gonna work the same for them necessarily. But I just like, hey, for me, this is what works. Hey, for me, this is usually what I hear. Can't recommend, can't guarantee, but I will happily, if something doesn't work for you, let's try again next time. But
I'm looking at Seth Curry's a stoner. I think he means Steph Curry's stoner.
Well, there's Seth Curry too.
Oh, Seth Curry.
There's our brothers.
Yeah. So you think Seth?
Steph is the more successful Curry.
Right.
And there's
Cypress
Seth.
Hill hits from the bong.
And then there's Mark Curry.
Mark Curry, hang with Mr. Cooper.
That's right.
Show.
Oh God, I did too.
Oh my God, that
I
was
did.
awesome.
He was
Hey,
a
Mr.
great
Cooper.
Yeah, because he was a basketball player.
Yeah.
And then
He became an actor.
a comedian too. I
Yeah.
thought.
And they did the first episode in the Growing Pains house of the guy from the Seavers. Then they got their own house. Holly Robinson Pete was on the show.
Yes, yes.
Dawn Lewis was on the show. The
Yes.
three of them lived together. And he eventually married Holly Robinson Pete. But in one of the episodes, he's trying out for the Golden State Warriors, and he's going up against Charles Barkley. Barkley just played a perfect Barkley. It's like fouling him and hitting him and not, hey, welcome to the big leagues, hayseed.
your memory is way too good for mine.
It's because he's not a pothead.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, so are there side effects? Is that a side effect?
Of what?
Bad memory?
It's not
No, it's not a
scientifically
side
proven.
effect.
Okay.
No,
Not
honestly, I've been the clearest headed I've been in a while, but
Yeah.
before
actually
when
think
I
a lot
wasn't
better.
a pothead, that's what lacked my memory now.
Well, you talked about having anxiety. Public speaking is something I think the number one fear for a lot of people. You're very comfortable in front of in this microphone and these cameras and stuff. Is it because of that?
It has
Does this sort of
helped.
does it help
I mean, my experience and my careers have helped.
Yeah,
but
sure.
This has helped tremendously. Just like be my own self. So yeah, I would say it helped just because I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm sleeping better,
Yeah.
and I'm not drinking alcohol as much.
Yeah,
And
it does.
it's yeah, it's been an awakening for my career and my personal life, but it's also been an awakening for my health.
Text came in that serotonin's not produced in the stomach. It's a hormone in your brain and intestines, and it triggers your neuron transmitters, not your gut.
All right. Well, but if it's in your intestines, it's
Okay.
sort of your
Close
gut.
Well, talk to Gary Brecka.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
None of
Oh,
us
wait.
are scientists.
Yeah, it is in your brain.
Not
but like
addicted, but you need more and more. Dr. Barillo.
They had
you're
30,000
wanted in the parking lot.
Gary Brecka had 30,000 people come to him with different anxiety issues. He
Yes.
said the link was the gut issue.
Probably.
Not
I mean,
creating them, not having the
Wait,
raw
is,
material.
your
There's
intestines
a
part of
gene.
your
There's a
gut?
gene. It's called the MFR gene. I'm not joking that either you have or you don't. And if I can't remember if you have it or not, but if you don't have
I
it,
got it.
you
I
don't.
got it.
I mean,
You got it. I got it.
Your body can't produce the raw materials to create
That's
serotonin.
funny.
But what the hell do I know?
Realistically, any problem
Well,
in your
somebody's
body is
called-
going to
yeah.
call
It's
anxiety.
the Irish. It's
Or
the
both
MFR
things
gene.
can be true.
Yeah.
Any
So-
issue in your body is going to cause you anxiety. So
Yeah.
realistically,
I think most issues can be metabolic.
exactly.
You don't have to get mad at me. I'm just reading the message.
I'm just-
Don't read messages.
Should we get Danny worked up one more thing?
Oh no.
What happened now?
I just have a question for you.
Good.
Should I wait?
No.
Should I do it and we'll do our game? Will you guys play a game with us? We do a music game.
We're not going to spell this time.
Oh, thank God.
No spelling.
It's called Name That Toke.
If it was spelled, I can't even spell my name, so I'd be out. And spell Caleb. Don't know.
We'll do. Yeah, let's do the game with them. But I have to ask you a question. I would like your thought on this.
Okay.
Football related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Football related. We'll get to that right after this.
generation rules the nation with version. Music and the food of love. Songs to really make you rub and scrub.
I don't know if I know this.
Pass the dutchie on the
Oh,
left side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side.
Is this Bob Marley?
No, it is not. I don't believe it is.
Musical youth.
Yeah.
What it says. It might be. I don't know.
Reggae.
The first one.
Past the Dutchie on the left hand side.
The girl stepped outside. I don't know if you saw it for a minute. It's 420 in the mountain zone right now.
It is.
I once mistook Peter Tosh for Bob Marley, and somebody goes, "What do you think? Every reggae guy is Bob Marley?" I'm like, I didn't know any better.
I think Peter Tosh I think it's him. His sister lived in Canandaigua.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've heard that too.
I
Is he still alive or no?
I don't believe so.
I know Bob's gone.
Yeah.
They took Bob's body and unearthed it and moved it and buried it in Somalia.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. He said he felt that would be his home, his eternal resting place. I couldn't figure it out either.
Can't even bring them back now. They've banned Somalians from coming here.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's why they became pirates.
Nice. Easy.
What?
Easy.
I'm the captain now.
The guy has made his decision. Ladies, he has committed. His name is Aaron ROdgers, and he is committed to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Who cares?
Danny?
Yes.
Gamble or genius for the Steelers? Pittsburgh waited 76 days for a quarterback who's pushing 42. Is this faith in greatness or a high-risk, nostalgia-fueled move destined to backfire? What do you say?
I think it can be both. And I'm not trying to cop out. I think it could be both because who else is playing quarterback right now? Mason Rudolph.
Well, Mason Rudolph, they called a journeyman, but I don't.
He is a journeyman. He's played with I
thought Mason was originally.
He was in Pittsburgh. Then he went to Tennessee, and then he came back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, did not know.
He started that Monday night playoff game that the Bills played, that we watched at BTB's against the Steelers, where the game got snowed into Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph started that game.
Okay.
He's a thoroughly mediocre quarterback.
Right.
But, Rodgers is the better choice, but it doesn't mean the Steelers are going to be a playoff team. It just means they're going to be better than they would be with Mason Rudolph. But I think Rodgers is done.
Getting Aaron ROdgers to this point is like banging that hot chick from high school when you're 40 and she's got 4 kids. That's where he's at right now.
I have to concur with my colleague.
I can also concur.
It's like when Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan finally wrestled in WCW. It's 10 years past their primes.
Yeah, not worth it.
Right. That's Aaron ROdgers, but he's got McAfee as his cheerleader.
Yeah, he's like I can't tell if this is a comeback story or midlife crisis for Aaron ROdgers.
I wrote in the Times of Wayne County this week. I said, Aaron ROdgers isn't the problem. America has an Aaron ROdgers problem. We give this guy way too much attention, way too much credit, and he sucks it up. He loves it.
Well, you can't. Yes, attention is the big deal. As I'm watching this stuff unfold with Aaron ROdgers, it does make you wonder when you see the matchups and things. Was this already done and only being revealed now because they play the Jets week 1? Yeah, the Steelers play the Jets.
Yes, I think there was a wink, nudge.
Doesn't there feel like
I
go? I'm not sure
it's
that
all planned. I feel
don't you think
for the most part, it's like WWE wrestling. I love both of them, but I feel like half of it's staged for the most part.
Well, I'm getting ready for football season. Got accidentally drunk on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I may have made a bet with our friend Ashley from the DWI show.
Yeah.
That whoever's team's got a better record, the loser has to wear the other team's jersey for Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Well,
she's a Colts fan, so I think I might be good.
Just the Steelers Jets line, not an exciting game.
No,
on paper,
not at all.
Right now, there's a little more interest in it.
I think
Green Bay.
I think they knew. I think it was one of the worst kept secrets. They knew that Rodgers was going to go there. I think Rodgers deep down wanted things to go sideways in Minnesota with JJ McCarthy.
Because he didn't want to be there.
And the other thing too, because he wants to play for an offensive minded coach. I mean, if there was any coaches in the NFL who could resurrect Aaron Rodgers for just 1 year, there's only 3, maybe 4 guys. And Andy Reid's not doing. He's got Patrick Mahomes. Okay, who's left? Well, it's Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. He could do it. Look what he did with Sam Darnold. He resurrected his career last year. It could be Kyle Shanahan, who made Mr. Irrelevant a $60 million a year quarterback now, which I think is still overpaying him. And then of course you got McVay in LA, who a lot of people thought, hey, why don't you get rid of Stafford to go with Rodgers? But Stafford's been, for the most part, throughout his pretty reliable and pretty good. He's not a problem. He's a little bit of a head case, but Rodgers is like a whole trip. fact, I heard that they're making Aaron Rodgers weed now called RELAX. Relax.
Oh,
Do you guys
maybe
have that? I don't know.
maybe soon, too soon to be at MJ. We play a game where Kevin plays songs, like a hook of a song or a part of a song, and we have to guess. You get 5 points if you get the title right. You have to write them down, and then we go back after we hear all of them and go through it.
Is there like a gap of time? I hope it's not like 80s.
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place.
You get 5 points if you get the title. You get 5 points if you get the artist, and you get 5 points if you get the year it was released.
Oh, I thought it was
Heard
10
that.
points with the year.
10 points it is.
10 points is in the
Wow,
hole. Remember
thanks a
those?
lot.
So if you know
That's a lot of
nothing, if you know nothing, at least throw a year down that you think might work.
I heard, Jeff.
All right.
Eight
Sorry.
songs. Eight songs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eight?
8 songs. Yeah.
Let's make sure I numbered my sheet
Okay.
correctly.
All right.
My spelling
I was
test.
doing the same.
That's not what we want.
I
Here
don't
we
have
go.
enough
We're getting there.
room.
Oh no.
I
How
write
much
bi-
room do you?
I write big.
I wrote big too, but I got room.
Mama
Here's the
Lisa,
second piece then.
Thank you.
All right, that's too much.
Oh yeah. Kayla and I like to
Better grease up. I'm coming back. Gonna catch fire. Pyromaniac, you better shape up. You better get set. Gonna burn up in the smoke of a jet.
No hook on that one.
I never believed in things that I couldn't see. I said if I can't feel it, then how could it be? No magic could happen to me. And then I saw you, I couldn't believe it. You took my heart, I couldn't retrieve it. Said to myself, what's it all about? Have you heard about the lonesome loser? Beaten by the queen of hearts every time. Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying.
Little yacht rock for your summer. Floating on the canal with some MJ gummies
woohoo, or drinks.
or drinks. Drinks, boat drinks.
Need a love that grows. I don't want it unless I know that each passing out, someone somehow
All of them are
will
all.
be there.
I don't know any of them.
Ready to share. I need a love that's strong. One part of me just wants to tell you
Can't even spell my words right.
everything. One part just needs the quiet.
Oh, look at Mellow Mix tonight.
What year is it? Right now, I mean, not
Lonely here and on the telephone.
Oh,
You offer
I'm glad you got it.
reassurance.
I don't even know if I'm on the correct number.
I will not take these things for granted.
probably not then. You got one?
I'm obsessed.
Mystery.
I just found out what this song was about on New Year's Day. I couldn't believe it.
that long?
This is on my playlist.
It's a dirty song.
Feels like home.
Oh shit, I don't know what it's called though. you call my name.
It's like a little
Oh, I remember now.
down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight
I know the words too.
Feel your power.
just like a prayer. You know I'll take
We both quit our day jobs.
Right.
Come on, Michelle, this is the greatest. This is so funny.
You might need to turn this off.
No. I can picture the movie this song was in.
Yes.
I just can't think.
The next song is from a movie as well. I'll give you 10 bonus points.
If I
If you
pick
tell me the movie, not this one, the next one.
Oh, I remember the name. I know the movie this one's in now.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
And this one, I'll give you 10 for the movie as well.
You think that I go home at night, take off my clothes, turn out the lights, but I burn letters that I write to you to make you love me. Yeah, I drive naked through the park and run the stop sign in the dark, stand in the street, yell out my heart to make you love me. I am extraordinary if you'd ever get to know.
I know that one.
Go back to the top.
It's the Rolling Stones.
It is the Rolling Stones.
I want to
I
say
didn't know
burn it
that.
up.
No,
I got the year
at least
wrong
it's
then.
Comeback or something. It was 2024. It's off the new album.
But it's not off their new
It's not
album.
2012.
It's not 2012 either.
What is it?
It's the Rolling Stones' Sparks Will Fly
Oh,
from Voodoo
shit,
Lounge in
yeah.
1994.
That's the one that
I was a couple years off.
That's the one you
Okay.
hate.
I put 83.
I went 1989.
I am so lost from the rest of the game.
I said 86. I have no idea.
I said Seals and Croft, 1973.
This song, I didn't know who or what, but I'd guess 78.
You Can Do Magic from America in 1982.
No.
I mean, Magic was in my. It was just Magic for me.
Hey,
So we have 5
point
points
for
for the
that.
artist.
Yes.
Okay. Lonesome Loser.
That was. That's the title, right?
Yeah.
It is the title.
Okay.
I
got
don't know
that
why.
one.
It's not, but I couldn't come up with
Little-
anything other than the Eagles.
Is it the Little River Band?
I always get LRB locked and loaded. Little River Band.
Yeah.
What year?
1976.
78.
1979.
Oh, I didn't
So
hear
close.
82.
88.
Is this Steve Perry?
It is Steve Perry.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Solo Steve Perry.
Solo is the name?
Need a Love?
Steve Perry as a solo artist.
I said 1982. But I,
84?
It's Foolish Heart. Steve Perry in 1984.
Michelle!
That's 5?
10 points for the year.
10. Oh, hot damn.
Oh, what's wrong? Hold on. Hold on.
You ruined it.
I did. Always.
I want to say this is
I don't know
Neil
what
Diamond,
this is
but
at all.
I don't think it's Neil
It is the
Diamond.
furthest from Neil Diamond you could possibly get.
Fred Diamond?
I didn't even guess
Frank
the first on any of
Stallone.
mine.
it's not Harry Chapin. I didn't write that down. It's not. I wrote Dan Fogelberg.
It's one of my
1983.
favorite songs.
What is it?
Why?
I Will Not Take These Things for Granted from Toad, the Wet Sprocket, in
Oh, God.
1991.
Man.
Oh, wow.
I was in
That's
the
the year I
yacht.
was born.
Well, you should have known it.
We'll let Michelle answer this one because she's got it.
I'm not 100% sure on the year, but
Okay.
Madonna,
I
Like
want
a
to sing it
Prayer.
again.
Like a prayer. Oh, I got both those.
1988.
Okay. I said 86.
It is Madonna's Like a Prayer. A 20-pointer for Michelle. 1989.
I
Okay.
love Madonna.
I did prayer. Does that count, or do I have to have like?
You have to have like and
Oh, fine.
Is this Christopher Cross?
It is Christopher Cross.
Okay.
Even the nuts. I said 1981.
84.
I say 85.
It's Arthur's theme.
Arthur's
Arthur,
theme.
between the moon and New York
Yes,
City.
Yes.
Christopher Cross from 1981.
So close. I didn't
What's the name of the song?
But I didn't know
Arthur's
anything
theme.
else.
Arthur's theme.
I wrote Arthur. Does that count?
Yes.
Why does yours count? My prayer didn't.
This is like a prayer, and you sang every word to it. That's why you still didn't know.
Is this Liz Fair?
It is Liz Fair.
Wow,
Extraordinary.
The song is extraordinary.
Danny.
2002.
I said 1998, and I wrote American Pie movie.
It is not American Pie.
I didn't. I
It's
just
definitely
guessed
a chick flick
2005.
movie.
That's a Coyote Ugly.
It's extraordinary from Liz Fair. 2003 from Legally Blonde.
Oh!
I would have never
picture
guessed that.
now.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you guys tell it your scores. We'll go back to
I
Madonna.
knew that one though too.
Yeah,
I don't remember. What was it? I got like 5 points.
So you get the point.
Thanks for leaving
5
this
for the
one out,
song,
though.
5 for the artist, and then you have to deduct any year you were off.
No,
No.
we're not doing that anymore.
Oh, we're
'Cause
not?
people are getting too complicated. Yeah.
Okay.
So you just
I
don't
have-
get
I have
any.
10
no-
points.
You just get
I
nothing for
lied.
the. You
I
just
have
So
nothing for the-
I had 50 points.
There you go.
I got
I don't
10.
even know what I had. I think I had 4.
I got 10.
I
Wait,
have
you can't get
35.
There you go.
Wow.
All right.
I win again.
Look at this.
We need to check Danny's scorecard.
Go ahead.
I know. It's like
You're writing them while they're writing them.
but
I declare Michelle the winner tonight.
yes. Can't hang that banner up, baby. Can't hang that
I declare myself president. I don't know. That's 2025. It's Pride Month. I can declare whatever I want.
There you go.
Do what you want.
You got to tell your story that you told me earlier.
I'm a shark.
I
Great.
oh
No lie. My son in school, they gave him a form and he had to put what he identified himself as. He put a potato.
I mean,
I'm like, that's my
I feel
son.
like
I
a
call him Spud. My son has my personality.
yes. I
Oh,
I
Is that your
saw
really?
tattoos, 2 of the birds?
I
No, these are me and my brothers.
Oh, okay. I know.
This is a mother and child Celtic.
Oh yes.
And then when he turns 18 next year, we're getting a matching death moth
Nice.
tattoo.
The I was around children, and there was one kid
You
who's probably
allowed to be?
on the spectrum. No, I know. Only if I pre-medicate from MJ. I and this kid, like on the spectrum, very rigid, has rules. Somebody sitting across from him, another kid, in his opinion, was not eating his lunch the right way. So he shoves the kid's food, and his yogurt ends up upside down. He's going, "You're not eating right!" He's yelling at him.
And that kid grew up to be Dan Barillo.
Danny's gonna no, but the no,
Just a pushover.
no.
But we love him anyways.
He yeah.
Sorry, somebody's speaking.
Somebody.
He gets butthurt for one comment. I've
Oh,
listened
he's
for a
fine.
week and a half. I've been around, and
Yeah.
Danny was mean.
Danny wasn't mean. Oh, he was,
Ladies, it was very enjoyable. I have to mention that.
Thank you. It was very fun being
Yes.
here.
see, it's always fun. It's always fun.
I bring
You
the
guys make
party.
us-
Try
Yes.
working with her all day.
Yeah. Why? Is she get
Kidding.
intense?
No, she's just like this all day long.
Oh my god.
Would you believe I'm HR?
Oh god, you're the greatest HR ever. The greatest
Do
HR
your employees
ever.
have to fill out who they identify as or what they identify as?
No.
Stati-
But we respect them when they do.
yes,
we do.
whatever you need. To
I
do.
identify as a
As
Super
I
Bowl
say-
champion.
Be you.
I identify as a potato.
My son is awesome.
That was how old is he?
He just turned 17.
Okay,
And
yeah.
this was like 2 years ago.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Yeah.
My son's got my personality.
oh yeah. I mean, like
He
it's
just
fine.
met Chong, Tommy
Where?
Chong, in Canada at a Comic-Con.
Really?
Yep.
Chong's just up
That
there.
was last weekend.
How
Yeah.
old are they? Those
Yeah,
guys
they're
are
in
they're
their
80s, aren't they? I thought they were
70s,
80s.
80s. Yeah,
And
they're promoting a doc, aren't they?
I think they're doing another Cheech and Chong
Still
movie, like
smoking.
one last movie.
It's called Still Smoking.
They
Yeah.
have a vodka that the bottle turns into a bong.
Oh,
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, look at that.
A kid with
Yeah.
Chong.
well, for a while, Tommy was looking for a new Cheech in like the 90s
Yeah,
because Cheech Marin like decided to go.
He went straight.
Yeah,
Straight.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was on Miami Vice, wasn't
He was on Miami Vice. He was on the Golden Palace,
I don't know what
the
that
Golden Girls spinoff.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't-
yeah.
And
They had a
then he
Golden-
was on what was that one show at CBS? It was a cop show. He was
Oh, yeah. That's the one I'm thinking of.
yeah. He wasn't on Miami Vice. He
No,
was,
that's the one I'm thinking of.
yeah.
But
Nash
I
Bridges.
thought
Nash Bridges.
and Don Johnson was
Yes.
Nash Bridges.
Mhm.
Okay, that's why I
Yeah.
knew
Also
that.
been on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, look at this.
We
Well,
had lots of cannabis shops, and I was surprised at the number of cannabis shops I saw in Niagara Falls.
oh,
Attached to Subway.
really?
Yeah, it was when we went for.
Brilliant marketing.
Were you at Comic Con?
No, we had a hockey tournament.
Oh, okay.
The
That's why
Danny,
everything was expensive.
I've
up
been
there 'cause
meaning
of
to tell
Comic-Con.
Danny this. Danny was a fan of the Golden Girls.
So was
I watched it last night.
Hulu has all the shows every season. I went to
Actually, they have most. They don't have all.
okay.
Apparently, there's some musical issues.
Look.
Because I'm still been waiting for the one where
Okay,
Dorothy and where Dorothy tries out for Jeopardy, and she has a dream where she and Rose and like one of the neighbors from Empty Nest, the cop,
Yeah.
were on, and they couldn't get Final Jeopardy right. So the Final Jeopardy question was buried in Grant's tomb. Good luck. So they're all writing, and they go to Rose, and they go, Rose, what'd you write? Who is Cary Grant? That is correct. And
Oh.
Dorothy's like losing her mind. Because she's like, how much did you wager, Rose? No money. And she
Oh,
starts pointing her head like, way to play it, Rose. All right.
That's-
The other guy draws a stick figure, and then Dorothy starts arguing with Trebek that, no, it's Ulysses S. Grant, President Grant. No, sorry, Dorothy. That's not the answer.
that's so funny. Well, I watched one episode. I went into season 1 and I went like 3 or 4 deep. And I got to tell you, the show is written where it sort of held up. It was the same
Yes.
theme as today because some smooth doctor comes in and starts dating B. Arthur, but then he tries to put a move on
Blanche or Rose?
Blanche.
Blanche, probably.
On Blanche, and Blanche it tells Dorothy, and Dorothy's telling her, you were just trying to, cock block me basically,
basically.
or make me feel whatever it was. And then after a while, they find out the guy was making a pass, but it held up, and it
Yeah.
was good. I'm like, wow, because how many sitcoms are tough because you got to get either punchy and whatever. But some of them sucked. Outside of Seinfeld, maybe Friends. You go, what really stands the test of time? I go, that show, maybe it does. Maybe it does.
83, 84, and 85. You had Cheers, Cosby, and Golden Girls come out and kind of revitalize sitcoms.
Yeah.
Then
But
Who's the
well
Boss? And
written.
Growing Pains came out
Yeah.
because like before that, like Mom, what was it with Nell Carter? Give Me a Break.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's sick. They canceled it. It was
Give
just
me a break. And 227.
yeah, right. That was Saturday night. That was Saturday Night lineup was Golden Girls.
Oh my God.
You would watch because
No,
the reason
you'd
this
watch.
generation
Literally
no,
nothing
the
else to
reason
do
I'm
in
with
Silver
him.
Creek.
no,
I
the
watched
reason
all
this
these.
generation, our generation, appreciates the Golden Girls is because on Saturday nights when our parents shipped us off to our grandparents so
Yep.
they could go out. Guess what? We would watch the Golden Girls. There'd be all those dirty jokes, and Grandma would laugh at them. We'd that's got to be funny. I don't get it, but it's got to be funny. And now that you're old, you're like, oh, okay, now I get the joke.
Yeah.
But-
I mean,
but they
everything's
addressed-
getting
took until
censored
he
with
was
our
40 to get
time.
it.
They addressed all kinds.
Ridiculous.
They addressed all kinds of issues on that show. They addressed AIDS. They addressed heart attacks. They addressed like not taking care of yourself, addiction. I mean, but they did it in their own little fluffy way where we'll resolve it in 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they did.
We'll get it figured
Yeah.
out.
They did. All right. We will close it out. MJ Dispensary right there on Jefferson Road in Henrietta in the regional market. Get over there. June 17th is the big block party. So come out for the block party. Hang around. We got to.
Also, July 10th, come out as well.
What's
We're gonna
July?
have a smaller little event. But
Okay.
come out for both.
It's National Oil Day.
Oh,
710. Turn
Yeah.
it around. Spells oil.
okay.
So like the dabs, the concentrates.
Yeah.
vapes.
Yeah.
12 to 4, I believe. We're having just a small venue with a couple of our vendors that sell the the vapes and dabs.
Get oiled up and go to Slurpee Dan 7-Eleven afterwards.
There you go.
Yeah,
perfect. Wow, great way to spend it. There you go.
That's a weekend right there.
Do you want to give me like? Because you always say, "Oh, hurrah!" Do you want to give me anything for 7-Eleven?
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Would you like a Slurpee?
You come back.
Well, it didn't take much. For Kevin, for Dan Barillo, who's
Poindexter.
no, he's got the fucking banner for the game. He's all happy.
No, we gave it to Michelle.
This time, but
This is a meritocracy.
yes.
But it's my damn game, so
In their case, a marijuana-tocracy.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, since I left California, baby, things have gotten worse. Seems a land of opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge in Bakersfield, my title have to wait.